I'll take number 2 to start. Your second question. So, planning meetings, I do their prep together with planning, and if they come to me in tax season, then I'm going to give them an extension. But I'm not going to file their return by the deadline. I'm going to tell them right up front you're going to be extended. And then if they want planning as well, I'll review their prior year return in detail and just see if there's any quick wins and see maybe, sometimes I've seen cases where we just need to amend the prior year, whether they missed something or just something really screwed up. And then I have 2 upfront meetings with them generally. I call them like implementation calls. The first one is just kind of going over those quick wins that they have, also going over like their goals and anything that's changing throughout the year, and just kind of go over those just get a better understanding of what's going on in their life. And then I take that back and take strategies that are applicable to them and build out an actual tax plan that they can then go use. And then in the second call is where I'm going over that plan in detail. And then I have quarterly check-ins with them so that we can kind of update that plan. And then also there's unlimited email support, associated with that. They have questions and things. And then I'll prepare the return the next year. So, Max, you're probably better at pricing the 30 plus unit properties. Do you have an answer ready for that one?
Yeah, I'm hesitant to talk about that because for the past couple of weeks, I've been totally restructuring how we price just literally our entire sales process. Man, it's been a beast. And just kind of racking my brain on how to make it simpler. Like you were saying with everything, like how do we make it as easy as possible on this person to work with us or to refer us or whatever it is, right? So that's kind of been my mindset with restructuring everything. And I've shared my sales process with the mastermind and they, you guys have the calculator that I use, like in our resources folder that's shared with everybody. And so you can check that out and see kind of what it spits out for you. And, if you have any issues with it, then definitely let me know. But I like to do things in threes. So I've tried to boil it down to 3 questions that I ask each person. And based off those 3 questions, I'm able to give them a baseline price. And then, of course, everybody's different. Like we have to have a conversation to kind of dig into some other things that's going to affect their price. But just giving them a monthly support or quarterly support baseline price, now I can do that based off of 3 questions. I will try to remember them because I just created them. So one of them is, what's the gross number of transactions that they have, and it's multiple choice. So it's ranges and it's multiple choice. And so now we have 5 different price levels. And then obviously if they have more transactions than our top level, then, however many transactions it's above that, like monthly transactions, then we account for that in the price. It's like essentially an add-on. So that's the first question, number of transactions that are going to be flowing through their bank feed essentially. The second one is fixed assets. So how many fixed assets are we talking? So if we're talking 30 individual rental properties, then, that's going to be a somewhat significant client. They're like medium to large level as far as the clients that we serve, and 30 individual properties that could be 500 units. Like, are they apartments or like what are they, So that's another thing. And if they want us to keep up with each individual unit within QuickBooks, and that's an add-on as well. So we calculate for that. But again, multiple choice, it's a range, just how many fixed assets. And we need to include vehicles and all that, right? Which is why I didn't say rental properties, I said fixed assets. And then we serve a ton of flippers. So the third question is, how many properties do you flip on average on a yearly basis? But more specifically, how many flip properties do you purchase in a given year? So I'm not concerned with how many they're selling or rehabbing or whatever. I just want to know how many they purchase in a given year. And that kind of dials it in for them to be able to answer the question a little more easily. So again, multiple choice, we have our ranges. And then we have a whole list of add-ons, and we have a simpler way of calculating cleanups, what they cost. And obviously, just like we talked about before, you can give discounts depending on their situation. Setup is now a flat fee. Again, discount it per their situation or increase it per their situation.